certainly some pecs to behold. And did I make any commentary about my scapular retraction or, my rep ranges or any intricate details about my exercise selections? No. I started off on a movement that I could go really heavy on. Did a couple of sets, heavy of course, then moved on to another movement, even though I only did one set of it, and still went pretty heavy. Then moved on to another movement that I could go heavy on, this time being a machine, so a little bit more constrained in the, I guess what you call the bar path, so a little bit easier to isolate the chest. And then just finished off with some cable stuff, cable flies. Anybody that watched Pumping Iron saw all those exercises, The basic gist of each workout is pretty much purely to stimulate muscle growth, right? Now, how are you gonna do that? If you do one set, if you're a Mike Mentzer fan, die hard, you might get a little mad at me. That's not enough, Maybe he's got some logic. Maybe he was onto something. But I don't see any big names doing, training once a week or twice a week for like an hour total. I don't see it, You're gonna wanna do a considerable amount of heavy sets and finish with a pump. Right? And as far as I can tell, that should be about 8 to 12 sets, When I usually do 11, right? This whole bulk and, for a while beforehand, I've been doing 11 sets per body part, per lift, right? Now, that's just because it falls within that range of 8 to 12, where, if you do 8 to 12 legit sets, heavier in the beginning, lighter squeezing towards the end, you should be fully pumped. And by the time you're fully pumped, you can't really do much else, You can't do much else. Because if I were to keep lifting and do another 10 sets or 15, or no, another like 8 or 10 sets after that, I'm gonna lose my pump, awful, and I'm just gonna tire myself out. And I'm guaranteed not gonna get any bigger than if I were to have just done this, So when I pick 11, it's just a number I like. If I were to have ended on 9 or 8 sets, I still would have been fully pumped. I still did all those heavy sets in the beginning. I'm sure I still would have grown. 11, I don't know, just a number that grew on me. But for you, let's say you're about to do chest, 8 to 12 reps, 8 to 12 sets, start off heavy, get progressively lighter towards isolation movements at the end. And once you're pumped, you're good. Check that shit out in the mirror, pose down, feel like a fucking badass, and then get out of there and eat something. So I'm gonna do a little bit of calves. Well, I'm gonna do the same amount of calves I do every day, fucking 8 sets. Get a little bit of a squeeze, get a pump. And then we're gonna get in the car and discuss some other topic to be determined.